What's up, Konnekt7 Tribe? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12, How to Connect and Build. So this is actually going to be a really short episode. But before we go into that, let me get into the announcements. As you guys already know, I've been saying this, for weeks now. If you have not followed the new Konnekt7 page on Instagram, we're also on YouTube as well. And if you are listening on the Podbean app or Apple Podcast app, you will be able to watch the videos from there. And on YouTube, just like, comment, subscribe, write some stuff on there. Let me know. Let me see, Now, the next part of the announcement is I mentioned, I think either last episode or last two, that you can become a patron for Konnekt7, right? So if you feel that Konnekt7 provides you amazing quality, I'm sure it does, and awesome value, then if you are open to being a patron on the podcast and helping out, it would be welcomed. Thank you. All right. So let me just let you guys know, if this is your first time hearing that, the goal is to have at least 1,000 a month coming in. You do not have to, rack in 1,000 a month, but if you got it, by all means do it. But literally $1 a month, $5, 10, whatever you choose, you can definitely put that in a month, and that definitely helps with the podcast. So that goal, it helps with ongoing production fees, hosting costs, hiring a video editor, a studio for the podcast, and new equipment for the studio. And that's what that would do. That would definitely help out your boy over here so we can have better content for you all. So, with that being said, by the way, guys, y'all already know my notes on the bottom. If y'all are watching the podcast, you'll see me looking down. So, let's get into the fun fact. And actually, I want to say something before this fun fact, because I don't know. I'm just thinking, if I was a peeping Tom, oh my gosh, this would have been gold for me, but I'm not. So, but here's the interesting fun fact, and we're going to see how this actually, this is actually even funnier. So anyways, okay, in 1998, oh wait, I was too young to be a peeping Tom. What was I? Was I 6? I think I was 6. I think I was 6, going on 6. Anyways, yeah, too early for me, sorry. In 1998, Sony accidentally sold 700,000 camcorders that had the technology to see through people's clothes, right? So you're probably like, okay, that's not real. You can't see through things. But these cameras had special lenses that use infrared light, meant to be used as night vision, but it also allows you to see through some types of clothing, right? And I just find this one to be very funny because I'm actually using a Sony camera. And I'm just like, can y'all see through me? I mean, I don't got nothing to hide under here, but I mean, like, can y'all see? It just made me laugh when I thought of that. I'm just like, gosh, 1998, what, them 700,000 people, whoever got it was like, ooh. I don't know. I just find that to be funny. But anyways, let us go into the episode. So like I said, this is going to be a pretty short episode because I would like to just do something different. I was sitting down talking with the team, and I'm just like, what would be good for the tribe today? And one of the teams was saying, give them something simple. Keep it simple. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's do that. And I was like, now what is simple? What can I give him that's really simple? And just after just sitting down and talking, what came about was this. So in the tribe, all of us are either building a project, a business, or creating music, or some other content. And I've noticed that in the tribe, we're just building, we're doing our thing. But another thing that I've noticed as well is an area that we need help in is connecting with people to help us in these projects, right? So going into that, I'm just going to share with you all just 2 apps I have used to build or create my content with the help of professionals. Because I was talking with a few people in the tribe, and when I was telling them a few of these things, they didn't know, which is okay, because that's what the tribe is for. Like, if there's something you don't know, someone else in the tribe may know, right? We can build together. And that's what it was coming to me, was just keeping it super simple and sharing things with you all. So like I said, usually everybody in the tribe is building something. And if you're not aware of these 2 apps, you're welcome, right? So the first app is called Fiverr, right? Fiverr. So if you haven't heard of Fiverr, by the way, I'm not being paid for any of this. So let me just say that to you guys now. I'm not, no sponsors or anything. So no one's paying me to say this. This is just me genuinely sharing this with you all. So Fiverr is the world's largest marketplace for digital services. So a service offered on Fiverr is called a gig. If you ever go in there, you'll see a gig and you just click on it and go from there. So some digital services that are available is like a logo designer, a website builder, social media marketer, pretty much anything digital, like they said. Me personally, I have used it a couple of times. So in a project in the past, I found a logo designer for a project that I worked on. And it's really simple. You download the app, you sign up, and you literally just type in what it is that you need. So if you are, like I said, you're working on some type of content and you need someone to market it, go on there and you will find a social media marketer. There's tons of them. You can click on their bio, their information. It'll show all of the reviews. I don't know about you guys, but I love reviews. I got to see you got to at least be 4.0 for me. So going on there, you get to see not live reviews, but most recent ones. So someone who may have commented 2 days ago, a week ago, it shows all of that. They also show, what's the word I'm looking for? Clips or snippets of their work. So it's everything right in that marketplace. So again, if you're looking for someone who you might want someone to build a website for you, right? That may be something that you don't really know how. One of the things, like I said, I've noticed in the tribe is that we try to do everything by ourselves. But let me just say this to you. If you can find a professional to do it, it will get done much faster and much better. And it will save you a lot of time so that you can focus on the one thing that you're really good at, right? So I would suggest, if you have not heard of that and you're working on some type of building, or building too, you can do that, but some type of business or service of some sort, and you need little help in certain areas, outsource it. So go to Fiverr. Now, the second one is Thumbtack. And so if you've never heard of Thumbtack, so ThumbTack. Thumbtack is a website and app, so iOS and Android friendly, that lets users research, hire, rate, and review local service providers for free. You'll find businesses and professionals specializing in a variety of categories, including home improvement, wellness, pets, business, photography, and more. Now, I did not know about this until, I want to say earlier this year. I never heard of Thumbtack. But at the time, I needed a business strategist for Konnekt7. And I just wasn't really sure, because business isn't like the background of business and like the legalities and things. That's not really my thing. So it needs to be, yes, I know, but I trying to learn all of that and then build it was just not working for me. So it just came down to, hey, you need a business strategist, someone who's been helping people for years, who know the direction you need to go, all of that, right? Team building, right? So I use Thumbtack, and personally, that's where I found my business strategist at that I use today. He's amazing. He's awesome. I've been telling people, if you're building a business, especially in this time of days, get a business strategist. If it's your first time and you don't really have that many supportive people around you, or you have supportive people, but they don't really know, they don't have businesses of themselves and they don't really know how to run it. And or you have other people, but you don't really trust them like that with your legalities of things. Get a business strategist. I swear I need like a sticker. Get a business strategist. So that's where I went to find mine. Now there's other services as well. If you're looking for like a life coach or I think therapist, there's all types of services on there. So like I said, businesses, photography, and more. So you can go on there and you can find these different things. Now that's really it for those apps. There's other apps that I can share with you all, but I wanted just to really focus on connecting with other people versus, solo stuff. Because I'm pretty sure y'all have, anybody in the tribe got some type of solo app. But for those of you who are building right now and you need help in particular areas because you're trying to do it yourself, number one, then number two, trying to find the time to do all of that, number two. So it's just like there's so many things that when it comes to either building your business or when it comes to working on content or creating certain things and marketing and getting it out there, you spread yourself thin. And that's something that I've noticed in the tribe as well. And either if we don't know these things, it slows down the process when it can be done better, right? So like I said, using these two apps will help you build your thing and connect with other people. And that way you can get a team going on. I've noticed that before I said my hardest thing was finding a team. I'm still developing my team, let me say that. But these apps definitely helped when I needed expertise in particular areas. Again, usually in the tribe, we have a lot of different talents and there's a lot of different things that we can do. But there's still that one thing that we are really good at, that we have a gift for and that we're strong at, and we can do that. Now, I know I can draw, but I can draw a label, but there's a whole different process of drawing it, digitizing it, having it a certain, I got time for all that, right? So if you're in that same boat, by all means, get you some help. But yeah, you can check them out, Fiverr and Thumbtack. You can go on there. You can also message the people. I believe with Thumbtack, like how I had with my strategist, we had like a free consultation call just to let them know where I was at, what I'm looking for, and things like that. So they have it also, sorry, I forgot to say that, even in Thumbtack, they also have ratings as well, their work, and you can just see like what it is that they provide and stuff like that. The prices are available there too. Forgot to tell you that. They do have their prices. I know with Fiverr that in their prices, they have different categories that you can use. Sometimes you may not need that much. You may just need one thing or one part of the service. And I'm sure also as well, they will negotiate with you. That depends on who you choose. But yeah, you guys can definitely check it out. Highly recommended if you did not know about those apps. Now you do. So, we're all building something, but we don't have to do it alone. So with that, we're going to go to the gut check, which ain't going to be too tough on you. But the gut check is this: don't allow the habit of doing things by yourself hinder you from working with other people that will make your content thrive, right? So if you didn't get that, that basically means don't be so used to always trying to have to do things by yourself that it's going to mess you up when you could have worked with Tom, Susie, and Harry to help your content, business, product thrive. That's what I meant. So, learn to be interdependent. That's the thing we got to do in the tribe, guys. Be interdependent. Yes, we can do these things by ourselves, but wouldn't it be better if someone who's better in that area, who understands our vision and we vibe with, to make it really pop? Don't be that person. Don't slow yourself down. It's not worth it. You're here for a reason. There's something that you have that we all need. And I'm going to need you to work with these people so you can give us what we need. Period. Now, let's go to the advice column. So for those of you who are new to the podcast, the advice column is simple. Message me on IG or Facebook for advice on how to connect better with yourself or those around you. I'll pick 2 and I'll answer them in the next episode. So it's kind of cool that the ones that messaged, both of their names begins with J. I don't know. I found that to be cool. You guys are probably like, you're weird. It's okay. So, by the way, if y'all hear the dog barking, he's going through it. He's weird too, you know? Weird me, weird dog. We're all weird in the house. Whatever. All right. So the first question comes from Jesse. And Jesse says, how do I thrive in an environment where everyone is selfish and only looking out for themselves? I've tried connecting with some, but they think I have some agenda and are only focused on their well-being. Please help. Well, Jesse, the first thing is just get out the environment. I think I said that to someone else before. I don't know if it was the last episode or the one before that, but your environment really plays a huge part in connection and people and things like that. If the vibe is full of people who are selfish and they're not willing to connect, then you need to just have a different environment. I don't mean to say this just to just run away. Like if the environment is just not serving you and you know that there's something better or you can go somewhere better, do that. Now, on the flip side, let's just say that you can't go. You have to be in that environment for a certain amount of time. So I would say it's very interesting. Sorry, the dog is just barking really crazy and I'm just like, dude, calm down. So I would say with everyone that's being selfish and they're only looking out for themselves, if you have to be in an environment, the biggest thing that I would say is use that and see how does that serve you, right? Go from there. We're going to pause 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Had to actually go outside for some nonsense. Anyways, we're back. So I do apologize, Jesse. Let me clear what the heck I was saying. Now, I said before, either go, but if you cannot go, take ownership of the environment, right? Look and see what it is that they're showing you. What is it that they're reflecting to you? Is it some area of your life that you are probably doing? So if they're selfish and they're focusing on just their well-being, what area of your life are you doing that in, right? And most of the time you will figure out what it is. And if you do, you'll notice you'll get the message and things will just happen for you to get out of the environment. Sometimes we're put in annoying environments because they're trying to tell us something about ourselves, right? It's a reflection of ourselves in some area of our life. Once you figure out what that is, you clear it up, you resolve it, you get what you need to do. Boom. Next thing you know, you're out of the environment. So that's what I would suggest to you, Jesse, if you cannot get out the environment. Now, I would say another thing as far as the connecting with people is that you've done your part. You don't want to force connections with people, especially if you've done it. Your good karma is going to rack up and you're most likely you're going to get that connection somewhere else, or maybe someone else will come. Most likely someone else will either connect with you and they may be your ticket out of where you're at, right? So that's if you cannot get out of the environment. I believe I said everything for you, Jesse. I do apologize for earlier. Had to go out there. Now for Jazz. Jazz says, would you say that if I have not fully connected with myself, it'll be a hindrance to connecting with others? And if so, how will I know that I have fully connected with myself? Ooh, Jazz, that's a powerful question right there. I love it. I really do. Okay, so Jazz, I'm going to break this up for you. So you said, would you say that if I have not fully connected with myself, it'll be a hindrance to connecting with others? I'm going to say this. I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no, but I will give you this. Because it's just so profound. The deeper you connect with yourself will be the deepest you'll be able to connect with others. So let's just say that if we could do, I'm going to keep this really simple so you get it. If there's a pool, right, and the pool will say is 12 feet. If you've only connected with yourself as deep as 4 feet, that's as far as you can connect with other people, right? An example of 4 feet would be questions that just ask people how they think. Like, oh, what do you think about this? What are your thoughts on that, right? So that's we'll say that's 4. So that's as far as you will be able to connect with other people, because that's all you've experienced with yourself. Someone else who came at you with a 12, you would be like, whoa, like, no, I know you like that's just it just won't work. Now let's just say you were to jump into a 12. A number 12 question connecting with yourself would be, let's just say, we'll go real deep, right? We'll go a little deeper. Would you say that you repaired some of the genetic, we'll say the genetic trauma in your family, or has it not come to you yet, right? Or would you say that the family that you were born to, would you say they have helped you and taught you what you needed to know about yourself, or no, right? So it's just little questions like that. I could go deeper, but I'm just keeping it simple, right? So versus let's compare that. If I was to say, oh, how do you think about this? What are your thoughts on nature, right? That's as far as we're gonna go. But if I ask you some deep stuff about, like, your genetic trauma that's been going on in your family, have you done anything about that? You're gonna probably look at me like, what are you talking about? So that's what I'm gonna leave you with. As deep as you've connected with yourself, that's as deep as you can connect with others. Now, so that's the answer that I'm gonna give to you. So I'm not saying yes and I'm not saying no, but that's the answer I'm gonna leave with you. And now your second part is, and if so, how will I know that I have fully connected with myself? First thing I'm going to say, you're probably going to hate this, is you'll know. But the next thing with that is we're always connecting with ourselves. We're always learning more about ourselves each and every day. Certain scenarios come up that we just didn't see coming, and we learn a lot of things about ourselves, how we respond, maybe some triggers, different things like that. So you're always going to constantly be connecting and learning about yourself. But I will say you will know once you reach, like, I'm going to say it for lack of better words, to describe that feeling is there's this foundation that you just reach within yourself, right? Like there's this base within you, like, okay, yeah, I know me now, right? And from that base, that foundation, that once you get there, you build from there, right? It reveals. That's the best way I can describe this feeling to you. But you'll know once you fully connect with yourself, and then once you're there, it'll start to grow and develop. So that's my answer to you, Jazz. And everybody, that's it for this episode. I thank you all for coming, and I thank you all for pressing play. I'm really excited for you all. If you have not heard of these two apps, though, by all means, click on them, check them out, and just get your thing popping. Really, start thriving. So with that being said, guys, that's it for this episode. I thank you so much. I will talk to you all next Tuesday, and you enjoy the rest of your day. All right, guys. Later.